Hey guys, how's it going? I love this song. I know it's a drag queen. That's okay. It's my life, right? Alright, let's do this. Let's wait for you guys to hop in. I got a lot of info for you. We're going to talk about those little girls that live with you. I hope you guys are ready to learn. It's about to get real. Alright guys, I could listen to RuPaul all day, but I better not. It's not going to get it done, is it? Okay, so here we go. Today, as we dive in, I know you probably thought, oh good, she's done with that kid crowd. We're going to talk about adults. Nope. We're going to circle back to 12-year-olds through 18, specifically our girls. Let me ask you guys a question. All right, ready? Here we go. Put on your valor, everybody. You're about to get challenged. You might need some courage for this. What do you insist on in your family? What are your family values? I ask you that because I think this is really going to be trying or telling for you. I'll give you an example. In our family, we insist that our kids have a fruit and or a vegetable with every meal. Did you hear me? A fruit and or vegetable with every meal. We also insist on our kids eating breakfast every single morning. I know this is not a value in most houses, and Mark and I were talking yesterday. I'm like, I don't even understand that. How do you people not make your kids eat breakfast? It's called break fast for a reason, but I digress. We also insist, no, I should say this is a value. I don't want to insist. Our value is that our kids run 6 days a week. They have to. That is our value. And I've had people say, how do you get your kids to work out? We just tell them because we do it. And the reason is it's not because we're concerned about their weight. My word, they eat plants. It's not any of that. It's because we tell them, and here's something that you guys can put in your hat for later. If you become a runner, you will always be able to exercise no matter where you are on the planet. You don't have to be at a gym. You don't need a pool. You don't need a bike. All you need is shoes. And really, if you want to go all Africa about it, you just run barefoot. There is a thing called barefoot runners. I'm like, there's a lot of merit to that, by the way. That's the thing, is that that's our value. My daughter, God love her, she's 14, we're having some times. She said the other night, in just a moment of anger, I'm not going to live up to your standards when I'm on. I'm like, well, have fun being mediocre, right? Have fun with that. Because our standards are because we want to thrive in life, because we want to live the abundant life that God promised. Not because we just want to saunter in and just like wait till Jesus takes us home. That's just dumb. Like, who does that? A lot of people, turns out. Which brings me to my whole reason why we're doing this. In case you're new, in case your friend's like, oh my gosh, you have to hear this lady. She just yells at you on the screen and she wears a Boston t-shirt of some sort and all that. Here's why I'm doing this series. This is my inexhaustible why. Until I have helped 117 million people, adults in our country who have chronic health conditions, and I won't stop talking. Guys, there are 117 million people. Maybe you guys are not those people, thank God, but I know you know somebody. I know you do, with chronic health conditions. Please help me spread this message. Please help me change our country. Our country is way too wealthy. We have way too many resources to have this nonsense. We are sicker than ever, and it's ridiculous. And our daughters, I'm about to preach now. Ready? Here we go. Our daughters are faring worse than we are. I shared with you guys yesterday about infertility. We'll talk about that in a couple days. I don't know how long this series is going to go on. We'll see. I've been pregnant 10 times and I have 5 kids. You do the math. And I mean, that's just all I'm saying. Our daughters are now, the statistics for getting pregnant are not good for them. Hear me, everybody. here we go. So here we have like in our family, we do the things. We do this is our value. We don't come on Facebook and go, what do you guys think we should do? You know why? Because y'all are mean sometimes. I'm telling you, mean. When we decided to go plant-based, all the hate comments. People still tell me, although they know better now because I probably will throat punch them if they do. But they kind of like, don't you ever worry about them going to college and rebelling? I'm like, sweetie, that would be like me saying, you know what, guys, why don't you go ahead and smoke some crack? Because I don't want you trying that when you're in school. Like, I want you to really think about that. If I say no sugar, I mean no sugar, and that's that. You go light it up if you want when you're older, but whatever. Okay, here we go. In your house, you might say to me, because you have, but I can't get my kid to not drink that Starbucks drink. Really? I can't get my kid to not wear the makeup. One of my friends, I think you're on here, I'm not going to say your name because I don't want you, because I know your daughter's going to be watching. I don't want to be like, Mom, what do you tell her? But, but one of you told me that the kids, even if you say no to this makeup, then they trade. Yo, that's just another kind of level of nasty right there. You might as well be letting them wear each other's underwear. That's just not okay. But they trade makeup. I can't. They buy the drinks with all the sugar. That's another topic again for another day. But here's the thing. I know that you guys can get them to do things that they don't want to do. Does that make sense? I'll say that again. I know you can get your kids, your daughters, to do things that they are not overly excited about. And here's the problem. When you say, I can't get them to wear this makeup, I can't get them to not drink this or eat this food or do whatever, right? Most of you, I know, it is not complete and utter chaos, right? It's not Lord of the Flies at your house. You have some control, yes? Here's the challenge. You, mama, you, dad, you, grandma, you, uncle, aunt, whoever you are, you do not believe what I'm about to tell you is actually a thing. You don't believe that the makeup that they wear likely will contribute to infertility, all that PMS nonsense they're going through, all that acne, all the thyroid crap, all the hormone disruption, and quite possibly breast cancer before they're 30. You are just like, that's so, wow, Jen, that's really extreme. I know. I almost said a bad word then. I just pat myself on the back for keeping that one in. I know. You also don't believe that that blended drink is actually causing their cells to suffer day in and day out. You don't believe that that blended drink is messing with their gut, that it's messing with their hormones, that it's creating a weight management challenge. You don't believe it. But here's the thing. Just because you don't believe it doesn't mean it won't hurt them. Right? I can sit here all day long and be like, I don't believe if I go and walk in front of that bus, I'm going to get hit. The thing is if I walk in front of that bus, I'm going to get hit. Whether I believe it or not, it still happens. Just like with essential oils. I've talked to people, I don't believe in essential oils. Like, you don't mean they don't exist? Because I got some right here. Oh, I mean, I don't believe that they work. Well, just because you don't believe it doesn't mean that they don't, right? Our belief isn't that powerful. It still happens. Here's the thing. Whether you believe it or not, let me ask you this question. Does your daughter have any health challenges? Do you have health challenges? Have you had cancer? Have you had breast cancer? Does it run in your family? Love that one. Is your daughter overweight? Guys, I'm not being unkind. I'm just saying, are they? A lot of times, children being overweight is not, I know you're going to be like, wait, what? It is not necessarily about the food they put in their mouth. It has more to do with their emotional stability, which also happens when you put a bunch of nonsense on their skin and then also in their body, right? So are they overweight? Do they have thyroid issues? Do they have acne? Do they have hormone imbalances? Are you like cringing once a month when your kid comes down the stairs? That's not really a thing. That doesn't have to be a thing. I am 99% sure, see, I had to leave my 1% there, but I am 99% sure those challenges are what your daughter is putting on her skin and in her body. All that makeup, guys, I'm just going to talk about makeup today, but even still, really just think about beauty care. My word, when we walk by Bath and Body Works at the mall, I don't even go to the mall anymore because I just can't with that nonsense. I just can't. Or even, what's the other one? The Body Shop. It's all fragrance. It's all fragrance. But your girls are like, but I'll be a social outcast. Great. Good. Stand up for yourself for once in your life. Do something different. Be somebody. Change the world because you chose to stand up and say, sorry, laugh at me all you want. Y'all are going to get the cancer. Y'all are going to get thyroid. Y'all are going to be obese as anything. But me, I'm going to be over here rocking my good body and my clear skin because I don't bow down to peer pressure. I mean, I can't look at, I'm going to be on a soapbox. Hold on. I got to sit up for this one. What I don't understand is parents who say, I don't want my kids to bow down to peer pressure and blah, 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 and bullying and all this stuff. And yet, you're like, I don't know what to do. They just only want this. Yep, I know. You know what my kids don't want? They really don't want to eat plants all the time. I know you guys probably have this weird ass image of my family, like, you know, the Waltons sitting around eating all the broccoli and the Brussels sprouts and all the things and never saying a negative word. I can count on one hand how many times a week my kids are like, yeah, I love this meal. It's mind over matter. I don't mind, so it don't matter. That's that. Here's the thing, guys. Now that I've preached a long sermon, I'm going to get to the meat of it all. You're probably like, okay, I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to show my daughter this video. P.S. Please do. And if you're a daughter watching, love you. I just have your best interest at heart. I don't want to have to write 117 million plus one because you wouldn't listen. That's all I'm saying. There are so many things. When I was researching this, I'm like, oh, dear me. I have no idea how to tell you guys what to look for. Okay? Because petroleum, and all the things that mean petroleum, right? There's so many things. Polypropylene. It's plastic also. What the hell are we putting plastic on our faces? I can't. Aluminum. Those types of things. So there's a bunch of ingredients that I can't even pronounce. And you have to like copy paste, Google it and say, what does this mean? And then look through the things. It's a lot of work. I'm going to give you a list. Okay? And this is the list that you want to make sure your makeup does not have. Hear me. Does not have. Okay? And then, if you go through and you're like, I don't know, it has a poly blah, 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 blah. I guarantee a good makeup company, a good skincare company is going to say, no parabens, no phthalates, no petrochemicals, no nanoparticles. Okay, let me give you the list. Talc, bismuth. Check out your Bare Minerals, friends, because they got bismuth. Parabens, phthalates, petrochemicals, which kind of encompasses all petroleum products, right? Nanoparticles, synthetic fragrance of any kind. Remember we talked the other day? 3,000 things can be under that one term, fragrance. Synthetic colorants, fillers. You should be able to understand what's in your makeup. And I will leave you with this. I get it. I was a MAC girl forever. Forever. Love MAC. Fantastic colors. But here's me. I love me more. I love being on this planet more. I love not having any chronic health conditions. I love knowing that my body works perfectly as it was designed to do and that I'm not hindering it in any way, shape, or form just because I like a darker lipstick. You guys, I did not wear makeup for a long time because which as you know, that makes me feel like a boiled onion because I'm super pale. But I didn't wear it for a long time because I had a nasty reaction on my eyes and it looked all lizardy and it was super weird. And I just couldn't. I had to get used to looking at the boiled onion. There's that. Sometimes you have to make sacrifices. And here's the thing. Guys, don't wait for a health crisis in your family. My guess is, if there's 1,000 of you watching this, 250 of you already are in health crisis. I probably would say 500 of you are in a health crisis. Your daughters, yourselves, your moms. I guarantee it. Because if you sat down, I'll go back. PMS, hormone imbalance, acne, thyroid struggles. Are you on thyroid medicine that isn't working? Just because the doctor says your numbers are doing good doesn't mean it's working. Overweight. What if, all you keto dieters out there, what if your diet plan really just consisted of pitching that crap makeup that you're wearing and all that body wash? Whoa. Wouldn't that be amazing? I'm just saying. So why are you risking health conditions for your daughter's happiness? Is it worth it? Wouldn't be to me. See you guys tomorrow.